Okay, so it's been live streamed now. So hello to all the YouTube people. Nice to know that you're out there live streaming. So we'll just wait another couple of minutes in case anyone else is coming in, and because I know a lot of people come in just right at the last minute, very understandably. And yeah, just using these moments to check you've got the right chair. If you need a blanket, if you're in a climate where you need a blanket, then have that. If you're lying down, checking that you've got a pillow or a cushion that's going to support your neck, so your head's not tipping back and it's not tipping forwards. If you're sitting on a chair, it's good to have a fairly upright chair if you can manage, if that's comfortable for you. So I'll show you what I'm sitting on just while we're waiting. So I've just got a kind of, a sort of office desk chair. I've got my bottom right in the back of the chair, and then the weight's going down through the sitting bones, and my spine can float up. And then you just have your head resting on top of the spine. You can imagine you've got a thread that's supporting your head. And when I do this, I get released through the base of my skull, and my chin tucks in just a tiny bit. I'm not doing this, just a tiny bit. And there's a sense of release all around this area. So we have that, and then there's a quality of really resting down. Yeah, so that's what you can look for if you're sitting in an upright chair. Very ungracefully heaving my way back to the desk. Good. So we've got a few more comments in the chat box. So Susan, who's in Vancouver, British Columbia area, just finished working in the gardens. Lovely day here. Less heat, few. Wishing you better quickly. And then we've got Tracy. Hello to everyone from Chirk in North Wales. Claire, hello everyone from Atlanta, Georgia. Looking forward to the next 30 minutes. Okay, good. So I'm going to close the chat box, and I think we'll now begin. So I was thinking what to do today, and I've decided that we'll do a connection meditation practice. So this is where we, first of all, cultivate a sense of groundedness in ourselves and a sense of breathing in the body, softening any discomfort, softening around any pain. And then we successively broaden out. So we'll bring to mind a friend, and we'll see if we can, using our imagination to some extent, realize all that we share with the friend, that the friend isn't a stranger, but is a human being just like ourselves. And then depending on the time, we may bring in other specific individuals, or we might just broaden out. So we go ourselves and our friend, and then all humanity, all life everywhere. Very, very beautiful. So it's a quality of connection. Many of us who are here will have some kind of difficulty in our lives, maybe pain, maybe illness, maybe stress. And all these kinds of difficulty, kinds of suffering tend to make us contract inwards. Very often we sort of draw in and we feel very isolated and separate. Very, very understandable. But using mindfulness, using compassion practices, using our mind, we can, if you like, flip that on its head. And whatever we're experiencing in the moment can be a doorway to empathy. That we can be sure there'll be at least one person, if not many, many people, who are having an experience similar to the one that we're having in the world, maybe even right now. And because we know what it's like, we can know what it's like for them, and we can feel kindness and compassion to ourselves and to them. So that's the kind of structure of the practice. But at the beginning, we'll spend quite a bit of time settling into the body, checking in if we've got pain or discomfort. Are we contracting against it? Can we soften a little bit? We'll look for some pleasure in the body. We'll broaden out and hold everything within a fluid, open, kindly awareness, and then we'll start expanding out to others. But you don't need to remember anything that I just said, because I'll guide the practice. Okay, so to begin with, getting ourselves set up in our position. And you can close your eyes if you'd like to. It's up to you whether you close your eyes. But I like to close my eyes. I find that it helps me just draw inwards a little bit and not be so distracted by my senses, to draw inwards a little bit and to settle. But if you find it disturbing, you can, of course, leave your eyes open. And just to say as well, if you get very uncomfortable during the practice and you want to move, then it's absolutely fine to move. If you notice yourself getting a bit rigid and a bit tight, you could just do a little adjustment of your posture and release a little bit. Or if you find sitting is getting uncomfortable and you want to lie down, then by all means do that. Or if you're lying down, you want to sit up, then by all means do that. So see this as your time for the next 30 minutes to make your own decisions about how you attend to your comfort. Okay, so I've got a poem, so I'll read this at the beginning and then I'll lead us into the practice. This is a beautiful, beautiful David Whyte poem. And the title is Everything is Waiting for You. Everything is waiting for you. So before I read the poem, let's just settle a little bit more, feeling the weight of the body resting down onto the chair, the floor, the bed, whatever our position is. If you want to, you could take a deeper breath in, and on the out breath, release and let go a little bit more. Let the in-breath flow back in its own time. And you could do that a few times if you'd like to. Breathing in refreshment and breathing out, we let go of whatever we've just been doing, whatever's coming next, and arrive a little bit more in each present moment. And now allowing the breathing to find its own natural rhythm. Opening quality on the in-breath, the subsiding, releasing quality on the out-breath. Seeing if we can let the breathing be natural. In the chest and the belly and the back of the body, the sides of the body, the whole body. So here's the poem from David Whyte. Everything is waiting for you. Your great mistake is to act the drama as if you were alone, as if life were a progressive and cunning crime, with no witness to the tiny, hidden transgressions. To feel abandoned is to deny the intimacy of your surroundings. Surely even you at times have felt the grand array, the swelling presence and the chorus crowding out your solo voice. You must note the way the soap dish enables you, or the window latch grants you freedom. Alertness is the hidden discipline of familiarity. The stairs are your mentor of things to come. The doors have always been there to frighten you and invite you. And the tiny speaker in the phone is your dream ladder to divinity. Put down the weight of your aloneness and ease into the conversation. The kettle is singing even as it pours you a drink. The cooking pots have left their arrogant aloofness and seen the good in you at last. All the birds and creatures of the world are unutterably themselves. Everything is waiting for you. Everything is waiting for you. But to feel into this kind of deep connection with life, with the world around us, we first of all have to feel into deep connection with ourselves. To cultivate alertness and presence, honesty and intimacy with ourselves. And we can do this by coming to rest very deeply in the body, to let our awareness be embodied. So allowing our awareness to pour down inside the body and to fill the legs and the feet first of all. I always like to imagine that awareness is like water and it's pouring down inside the body and it's filling the legs and the feet, and they come into awareness just as they are right now. And seeing if we can know the legs and the feet through direct experience rather than thinking about them. There might be sensation, warmth, contact with the clothes, contact with the floor. Or there might be an absence of sensation or numbness. Being aware of numbness is still awareness, it's still presence. Coming to the buttocks. Seeing if we can let the buttocks be soft and to yield into the support. And coming into the whole torso. The belly and the chest at the front. The whole back of the body at the back and the sides of the body. Letting the whole torso be full of awareness. The way we'll know the torso will maybe be through the movements and sensations of breathing. Opening and subsiding and opening and subsiding in all directions in the torso with each in and out breath. Maybe there's other sensations that you're aware of. If they're painful, seeing if we can let them into awareness, letting go of the impulse to harden against them, to contract against them, create more tension. Just let them be part of the flow of awareness as we're aware of the whole torso. Coming now to the shoulders and the arms. So letting the hands be supported either on the legs and the lap. If we're lying down, they might be at the side of the body, palms upwards, or resting on the body, palms downwards. Whatever's most comfy. And as we let the hands be supported, we can allow the shoulders to fall away from the midline of the body. Don't need to hold on with any effort. And then letting the arms fall away from the shoulders. The hands fall away from the arms. And allowing awareness to pour through the shoulders, to feel the arms, the hands, the fingers, the thumbs. And again, the arms and the hands, the shoulders might be showing up as intense sensation, maybe pain, or it might be tingling, might be buzzing, might be temperature, or it might be dullness or numbness. It doesn't really matter. The main thing is that we're aware, we're awake, we're alert, and we're inhabiting shoulders, arms, hands, fingers, thumbs. Now coming up into the neck and the head. If we're upright, letting the head be poised on the top of the neck. Releasing through the base of the skull and yet openness in the throat. And if we're lying down, allowing the head to be fully supported by the pillow or the cushion. So we're not gripping onto the head with any effort. And letting the whole face be soft, the eyes soft, cheeks, lips, tongue, jaw soft, whether we're sitting or lying. Feeling into the physicality of the head. So rather than experiencing the head as separate from the body, as we so often do, experiencing the head as part of the body, a limb of the body. Now broadening awareness to be aware of the whole body, legs, torso, arms, neck, head. Seeing if we can rest inside the body rather than thinking about the body. And experiencing the flow in the body, the flow of breathing, sensations arising and passing, some of them unpleasant, some of them pleasant. Seeing if we can let everything come into being and pass away like a river of experience. Let's see if we can imbue our awareness with warmth and care towards ourselves. So easy to have a quality of awareness that's a bit cool or aloof, or treating ourselves as an object. But as we rest very deeply inside our experience, let's see if we can care about ourselves the way we naturally care about a loved one. This includes our thoughts and emotions, of course. Letting go of harsh value judgments. If you find it helpful, you could let this ride the breath. On the in-breath, being aware of everything, and on the out-breath, imagining kindness, care, tenderness pouring into the whole body, heart, and mind. So everything is bathed in this quality of care, of interest, of kindliness. Now let's open our awareness a little bit. So we'll stay centered and grounded. Letting the conference of our awareness open to include a friend. So inviting someone into our field of awareness that we feel naturally kindly towards, naturally caring towards. We can invite them in as an imagined image, or it might be a felt sense of their presence. And let's just imagine that we're resting here together in this moment. Letting this person really come to life in our mind and our awareness. And feeling, realizing how deep down we're so very, very alike, even though we look different and the details of our lives are different. We're both breathing. We both tend to turn away from pain and suffering, to resist it with all the difficulties that follow. And we all tend to grasp onto pleasure with all the difficulties that follow. We both have a longing to love and to be loved, to be free of suffering, to be happy and well. If it works for you on the in-breath, you could really open your awareness deeply to this person, and on the out-breath, allow love and care and interest and kindliness to pour into their body, mind, heart. So they are bathed in those qualities. And now let's open our awareness still more. So we're staying centered and grounded. If you find you're getting a bit tense or rigid in the body, you could move a little bit. Checking on your breathing. If you're holding your breath, just allowing the out breath to sigh out and the in breath to flow back in its own time. Checking we're still being kindly towards ourselves, including any pain or discomfort. And then when we're ready, opening our awareness, and let's include everybody here on this call. First of all, there's now 74 of us, many different countries. We've all got unique circumstances. And yet deep down, we're so very, very alike. We're all breathing. None of us likes to suffer, and we all want to be happy. We all long to love and to be loved. We all long for connection. On the in-breath, imaginatively opening to all these people here with us, and on the out-breath, sharing qualities of kindness and love, openness, care with everybody here on this call. So we're cultivating generosity of heart with each out-breath. If it doesn't work to do it with the breathing, just do it however you want to. Opening to connection, generosity of heart. If we're experiencing pain right now, we can be pretty sure that somebody else here is experiencing pain right now. So shifting from isolation to empathy. None of us are alone. And however you want to do it, allowing our awareness to open still more to include all life everywhere. Letting down the barriers and allowing our kindness, our love, our care to radiate in all directions to embrace all beings everywhere. Including ourselves, of course. May all beings feel connected. May all beings experience kindness. And now bringing the weight of the body to the foreground of awareness, letting all the other beings fade into the background a little bit, not shutting them out, but letting them fade into the background and bringing groundedness, stability, our own body to the foreground of awareness, breathing in the whole body, and spending a few moments now absorbing the effect of the practice. When you're ready, bringing a little bit of movement into the body, maybe the hands, the feet. See if we can take this quality of kindness and care with us, towards ourselves, towards others, keeping the breathing soft. Coming into bigger movements, however you want to, opening the eyes if you've had them closed, and very gently bringing the practice to a close. Good, lovely. So let's just spend a few moments, if we want to, just looking at the screen. We've just been imagining the connection. So let's just see if we can feel it a bit more. If you can't see the screen for any reason or don't want to look at the screen, you can do it imaginatively. Yeah, all these people in all these different places. And deep down, we're so very, very similar. And it's a funny thing about Zoom, it's very equalizing because we're all exactly the same size. No one's in the foreground or the background, which is very interesting, I think. So we can sort of feel into the equality of us all quite easily, I think, on Zoom. Oh, so really lovely to see you all. It's also a practice to allow oneself to be seen, of course, isn't it? So what we do, if any of you are new here, what we do now is we have a little bit of time where people can say how they experienced that if they want to in the chat box, and I read it out. Because we have people here who can't read the chat box, or it's difficult to read the chat box, and we obviously want it to be very everybody to participate fully. And also Ollie, who's our wonderful tech support, has put in a link here for an opportunity to donate. If you've enjoyed this, we're absolutely determined to keep all these sessions free. And our community of practice, which this is part of, is a free online portal. But obviously, if you felt able to donate, that would be great. And there's an opportunity to give just a one-off donation, but you can also set up a monthly donation if you felt you wanted to. And, you know, even if you can just give a tiny amount, it all adds up. So thank you for that. So I'll just start reading out some of these what you've said. So Lorene, thank you for today's session. It was so relaxing. Deborah, thank you, Vidyamala. Loved this practice tonight. And then a big red heart. Vessi, thank you for a beautiful practice. I feel very peaceful now. Julia, quote, none of us is alone, end quote. I will take this with me. Thank you, Vidyamala. Viola, thank you so much. And Anne, thank you so much, Vidyamala, and all. Yes, definitely, and all. Remembering, being reminded I am not alone is such a key piece of stepping out of suffering and the illusion of separation. I needed this reminder. I needed the reminder this morning. Yes, it is an illusion. It's something that we do with our minds where we impose separation onto the flow of experience. And that's really well said. Eva, thank you so much, Vidyamala. I was in pain from the injection and trapped nerve in my spine. Connecting meditation was the right uplift. I'm very sorry to hear about your pain, and I'm glad that helped. Avi, I agree. I found paying attention to not being alone really helpful. Thanks everyone for being here. And to you, Vidyamala. Jahura, I'm sorry for joining you all late. I have had quite a stressful day. Thank you for the session, Vidyamala. I feel slightly less stressed now. That's good. And for any of you, you can join anytime. If you come in at 28 minutes past 7, that's fine by me. So the session's just open. So if you arrive late and think you've missed it, just join anyway. Susan, even you look a bit better, Vidyamala. Thank you. That's good, you see, the healing power of meditation and connection. I'm slightly sort of sweaty, but I do feel better. And it could just be the temperature and the fact that my trousers are too thick. Vijaya Gita, I feel so much gratitude. What a thing of wonder that we come here together to meditate. Many thanks, Vidyamala. Fiona, I've been meditating with drilling going on. Is the best thing to make the noise part of the practice rather than fighting it? Yeah, definitely, Fiona. Yeah, this morning I was meditating. I often meditate outside. And this morning there was the garbage collection bins and the bulldozers down the road, and then something with that, when things, big earth moving things, they reverse and go, so we had all that going on. And I just included it all in the practice. And I imagined that these earth moving things were removing the obstacles to my clear seeing, and just included it all in my practice. And so that's the best thing. Fighting sound doesn't generally work. Just let it in. Yeah. Elena, yes, it's good to be together again. Joining in lightens my heart. Thank you all very much. Julie, thank you. That was lovely. My cat enjoyed it too, as always. Johanna, 30 minutes went by so quickly. Wonderful and restorative. Thank you. Isabel, thank you. Paul, hi, so much better being out of hospital and meditating with you all. Gosh, well, I'm sorry you've been in hospital, and I'm glad you're out, and I'm glad that you were able to join us. Tracy, thank you, Vidyamala and Ollie. A wonderful, relaxing and opening feeling. I am not alone, a wonderful thought. And from Jill, thank you, Vidyamala, and everyone here for this practice, also Ollie. And then Diane, can we pay by bank standing order, please? I think you probably can, but if you go to that link, maybe what you could do is, Diane, write to the office on info@breathworks.co.uk and they'll let you know. info@breathworks.co.uk. So Joe, a long-awaited reprieve from my headache. Amazing how meditation can comfort and release. So that's so interesting, isn't it? Just half an hour, and it sounds like your headache's eased just by what you did with your awareness. Helen, thanks so much, Vidyamala. Really helpful to reflect on the connection that both we and others need. Yeah, that's well put. It's not only that we have, but we need it for our health and well-being. Meg, thank you so much, Vidyamala, everyone, and Ollie. A great message. We are not alone. Good. So Ollie's put for Diane, yes, it's possible to pay via bank standing order. If you click on regular donation, there is an option. So that's through that link higher up in the chat box. Julia, haha, that experience of bin men vehicles is also shared. We are not alone even in that. That's true. And of course, we can also feel gratitude to the bin people. It's not a very nice job, and they're doing this to help us all get rid of our rubbish. So, even to feel gratitude to them. Jaya, thank you so much, Vidyamala. Feel much more grounded, and such a helpful poem. Everything is indeed waiting for all of us. That's a lovely note to end on. So I'll put that poem over in the community of practice. I think it's in the resources section. We've got a poetry group. I won't put the whole poem because there's copyright issues. We're not supposed to post whole poems, but I'll put the first couple of lines and you can Google it. That's the ethical way to do it. Oh, can we see your puppy, Meg? Yes, Meg, we want to see your puppy. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Is that a little cocker or something? You can, I don't know if I can unmute you. Ask to unmute. Can I do that? Anyway, we've all seen this beautiful little naughty looking puppy.
There we are.
Good.
It's a cavapoo.
Cavapoo. Oh, Look at those little feet.
It's got big paws.
That's you know what that's a sign of, don't you? It's going to be a big dog.
Yeah,
Oh, what a poppet.
only 8 weeks old. I just
Oh
got
my
him on
goodness.
Sunday.
What's he called or she called?
He's called Ben.
Ben. And how's Rocky taking it?
So.
Rocky's got to share you now. Rocky is not alone either anymore.
He's not really. I was in his bed.
He's in his bed sulking. Oh, beautiful. Ben, that's lovely. That's made my day, meeting Ben. Good. Okay, everybody. So if you want to unmute yourselves to say goodbye, and we'll see you next week. And thanks so much for coming. It's been really wonderful.
Bye.
Hi, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you all. Bye.
Bye.